So here we have more proof that obviously Dragonite was at one point a legendary Pokemon, but really at the same time though begs the question: what was Dragonite technically a legendary for? Like what would it have been? Because it was the first Dragon Pokemon technically, and that is probably why Dragonite was a legendary because it was strong physically, but it was also weak against ice and fly and all other things too. Dragon type move. So it's very possible that Dragonite was, in fact, a legendary Pokemon that could have been caught more than once. You probably would only got it as a Dratini, sadly, but only due to Team Rocket raiding certain areas. So I'm guarantee you. I mean, unless you could catch it in the Safari Zone still before, but if not, it would have been you would have been only able to catch it in the Safari Zone or and get it at the Rocket Casino. But over trial and error, you would eventually get a Dratini, a Dragonair, and then finally a Dragonite. And I do believe Dragonite would have been a legendary Pokemon for being the first Dragon Pokemon that technically would have existed. But at the same time, though, then now there's Dratini and Dragonair, so those are legendary Pokemon too. So I wouldn't be surprised that they should have threw Growlithe in there too, being a legendary, and it would have made sense too, you know. So I do believe that if you can catch legendary Pokemon more than once and they're strong, they should definitely be used for that kind of thing too. So what else? Yeah, Dragonite was definitely the very first Dragon Pokemon, followed by Dratini and Dragonair in Gen 1, when there was originally 191 Pokemon, if you're wondering where I'm getting this from. So, and even in Gen 1, there was really only 3 Dragon Pokemon that were in the original 151, and then as time went on, we eventually found out that there was technically 3 more dragons. There was Skimper, Beluga, and Cryothin, which were technically stronger than Dragonite, and they learned Dragon type moves, which, well, yeah, they could have learned Mega Fire, which was actually technically better than Dragonite. See, Dragonite is a Dragon Pokemon that was a physical sweeper. Cryothin, however, was a special Dragon sweeper. It was a Water and a Dragon type, and the hilarious thing about it is it's actually stronger than Dragonite. Not physically, but being that it knows ice type moves, it can learn ice type moves. It became it's very interesting what they did with it. So that would have been cool if they would have kept that. It would have been a water dragon, kimono dragon. Very interesting. So that would have been interesting if they would have kept that.